Hello guys, welcome back to the J2 Crypto Code. Now, I know it's been a very, very rough market. Things have been crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, especially with the government shutdown and all that noise, right? But I'm here to reassure you that the markets will recover and we are just getting into the thick of things, right? The plan hasn't changed. I still believe we're going to hit $150,000 Bitcoin, and I still think we're going to hit an $8,000 Ethereum by Q1 2026. And let me tell you why. So, I'll be honest. October and September was absolutely shitty in my opinion, right? I thought it'd be strong months, but instead we had the biggest liquidations in crypto history, right? And typically in those particular 2 months, you really see, a huge buildup and a lot of liquidity coming into the market, and usually the market kind of tops out in those particular time frames. But obviously, the market has faked us out. So right now, we're sitting at $104,000 Bitcoin. There's a lot of back and forth between the bulls and the bears right now, which is why I feel the price is kind of stuck. And in my opinion, it's going to be stuck there and be, until about Thanksgiving, right? But technically, from a macro standpoint, like I've mentioned before, I still think we're going to hit $150,000 Bitcoin and an $8,000 Ethereum, like I've been saying this entire year. Now, when I make these price predictions, it's not random, right? It's based off technical analysis, like the previous videos that I've done on Ethereum. You can go look at my page and take a look at them. But today we're going to focus on Bitcoin a little bit. Now, if you look at this particular chart here, and literally at Bitcoin's history from 2013, 2017, and 2021, Bitcoin usually hits the 1.6 to the 2.6 Fibonacci sequence level, right? And that's exactly what I'm looking at now, and that's what I'm expecting it's going to do in totality, right? Now, in this particular chart here and in this photo here, you can see that Bitcoin kind of moves up in $40,000 to $50,000 ranges, and it has a correction in $20,000 to $30,000 ranges. So if we're going all the way back into July 2024, you can see that there was a period where there was a lot of accumulation, right? And then by the time Q4 of last year hit of 2024, you can see that the price was at 65,000 and it went all the way to $100,000. From that $100,000 period, starting 2025, it literally went from 100,000 and it corrected to 75,000 by March, April of 2025. And then from that particular time period, we got on a rally from about April 2025 all the way until October 25, to where Bitcoin hit 75,000 and then it went all the way up and made a $50,000 increase to a new all-time high of $125,000. So where are we now? We are at the point where it's made a correction, right? We are sitting at the $100,000 range, right? So do the math. It corrected $25,000. So I still think we're just floating in that range. We're in a little bit of a period where it's going to give an opportunity for the institutional players to get in, and we're going to accelerate up to this 1.6 Fibonacci sequence level that you can see right here, and possibly the 2.6 that you can see right here. And you can see those targets are at 150,000 and 180,000. So that is definitely a possibility that we hit those targets. Now, when looking at this other chart, you can see that every time Bitcoin touches the 1-year moving average, which is the blue line, it is a really good buy signal, right? So we just hit that line recently and Bitcoin stayed above it, which is very, very bullish, right? It then dropped below it, which is at 98,000. It stayed right near it. We're on that line, and it's giving a really good indication that it's a good time to buy. But if we went underneath, I'll be telling you to sell everything, right? So from a macro standpoint, right, I believe things are going to be positive. I'm going to continue to be positive. I'm going to ignore the negativity out there that you're seeing, right? And I still think we hit our price targets, right? $150,000 to $180,000 Bitcoin. The start of February 2026, Ethereum, 7,000 to 10,000, late February going into March. And I think that's just where we are and how things are going to move, right? Now, when things start moving, do not listen to the headlines. People saying Bitcoin going to 250,000, Ethereum going to 15,000. That is not going to happen. Stay realistic. Be a smart investor. If you've invested early anyway, you shouldn't even be waiting on those prices, right? Never get too high or too low, and just, stay focused in this time frame, because this is the most important time frame in the last most important months in crypto right now, right? So in totality, stay patient, stay focused, always have a positive mindset, and do your own research. I know I give great research and give great TA and great information out there, but do your own research, right? We're expecting a lot of crypto news, a lot of bullish news to come out. The Clarity Act should be passing. A lot of things should be happening. So we are on our way to financial freedom, guys. Once again, this is the J2 Crypto Code. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.